November 21st, 2021. A day that should have been filled with happiness, joy, and social gathering by the community of Waukesha, Wisconsin. This is a state in the United States that borders the Great Lakes. A day that everyone should have enjoyed, but tragedy would become each and every member of the community that day. Darrell Brooks, the inmate you see on your screen right now, decided to drive his Ford SUV through the Waukesha annual Christmas parade at the intersection, particularly, of Barstow and Main. He killed 6 people and injured 62 others with his SUV, mowing down parents, children, elderly, anyone that was in front of his vehicle. Doesn't matter what the reason for what he did was. He acted a fool and acted as his own defense attorney during the trial before he was found guilty and sentenced to 6 life terms without the possibility of parole. A viewer reached out to me recently and asked if he had been moved to another location, a place that they put inmates who don't listen. Well, I'm here to answer your question for you today. Darrell Brooks is exactly where he has been this entire time since he was found guilty, and the guilty plea has been entered. He is in the Waupun Correctional Center, a maximum security prison there in the state of Wisconsin. Has he received any demerits that would send him to a different housing location within Waupun because he didn't listen or broke the rules? The answer to that is, right now, there is nothing listed on the Department of Corrections, Wisconsin.gov, or any other site that shows that he has. But he very well may have, they just haven't posted it to the website. But there, if he is a troubled inmate, they could put him in the hole, otherwise known as solitary confinement. And they would then have an administrative hearing for how long he would be in the hole. But Darrell Brooks will die in prison for what he did, and he deserves nothing less. But thank you to the viewer who reached out and asked me the question, where Darrell Brooks is today. I'd like to point out that when Darrell Brooks was originally convicted of this and given the 6 life sentences without the possibility of parole, he was also ordered to pay $325,000 in restitution to the insurance companies and to those who were injured that day. But recently, they dragged Darrell Brooks back into court and increased that $325,000 to $520,000 in restitution, because the state of Wisconsin is aware that he may be in contact with an agent to sell his actual life story. Now, because of the son of Sam laws, that is the general term for an inmate profiting from their actual crimes, Darrell Brooks cannot profit directly from selling his story. The sale of it would actually go through a family member, and then Darrell may be able to profit from it afterwards, where the family member receives the money and then they transfer it to Darrell. But Darrell Brooks is in Waupun Correction Center, a maximum security prison, where he will die for what he did. Remember that date, November 21st, 2021. So many lives were changed that day for the negative. A simple gathering, a happy time, where everyone was there to celebrate the holiday season that was about to come. But Darrell Brooks decided to change all that for everyone, forever.